Hi guys, this short workout is focusing on trunk mobility, okay, so particularly the sort of thoracic spine, T-spine area, really important for golf, but also just general health, general posture, general movement as well. We're going to do just 5 different mobility exercises, all moving into position and out, okay, no particular long holds at all during these exercises. So 5 exercises, 2 rounds, let's get going. So we're going to start off onto the floor, okay, we're going to go into a cat dog to begin with. So this is knees below hips, hands below shoulders. We're going to push your back up, tuck your chin in and tuck your bum under, and then arching and looking up. So making sure you're following along, moving nice and controlled with all of these exercises. So this is just nice and smooth from one position to the next. And the reps don't matter too much. We're going to get about 10 reps in. I'm really focusing when we're in this cat stretch that we're tucking our bum under, getting the glutes doing a little bit of work, and in this, extending in this dog position, trying to get good extension through the whole back, okay, especially the upper back too. So nice control, a few seconds into the cat, a few seconds into that dog position, okay. Next up, we're going to pop onto our side, we're going to do an open book stretch. So laying down onto your side, arms out in front on top of each other, knees up in line with your waist, okay, keeping the knees down, just opening up, hand out and round down behind you. Take a second, breathe out, come back up, okay, so open up, breathing out on the way back down, not letting the knees come up, okay, so keeping the knees down. Making sure, not just trying to get the hand down, but trying to get the back of the shoulder down towards the ground is ideal. Don't worry if you're nowhere near that. That's why you're doing this, okay, to hopefully improve this trunk mobility. So focusing on breathing out on the way back, keeping the knees still, turning and opening up. Again, the shoulder and hand down towards the ground. Let's just get a couple more this side. Okay, let's swap sides. So pop it onto the other side. So same starting position, knees up nice and high in line with the hips. Hands on top of each other. Okay, opening up, breathing out. Trying to get the shoulder, hand down towards the ground. Coming back up, okay. Breathing out. So it's a nice controlled movement. If anything, maybe just holding the end position for just a second, but no long periods of holding any one particular position here. So knees staying still, opening up, breathe out, relax. Let's get one more this side as well. Okay, let's put back onto all fours. We're going to do a quadruped rotation next. So, exactly the same position as the cat dog. Knees below hips, hands below shoulders. What we're going to do is hand behind head. Okay, we're going to flex down, elbow towards hand, and then extend up, rotate up, elbow towards ceiling. Okay, again, you might not get that far, you might be just here. Not a problem to begin with. So, elbow down, nice control, elbow up. Okay, elbow pointing towards ceiling. In that top position, shoulder blades back, okay? And try not to sway around with the hips. So hips are staying nice and still throughout this. If you find it really difficult to get any movement with your hand on the back of the head, then just go hand out, round, and then back down, okay, which might make it a little bit easier for you. Otherwise, let's make sure we get a few good more reps in. This side, nice controlled movement. Okay, so swapping sides, exactly the same thing. Everything staying nice and still around the hips. Elbow down, elbow up. You can follow the elbow with your eyes. down, elbow up, shoulders back. And similar to the open books, just not really holding any position, but if anything, just a little pause at the top is fine. Okay, next up, we're standing up. So we're going to do some lateral trunk stretch, okay? We're going to move into and out of this position as well. Starting with feet wider than shoulder width apart, we're just going to reach over the top, reaching for the wall, then coming back, okay? Same side. Should feel this one all the way down the side of your trunk, okay? This one will help as well. Obviously this is lateral flexion. It'll help with that rotation as well. So reaching over, reaching for the wall, getting the stretch down the side, coming back. Let's go the other side this time. Breathing out, reach over the top, come back to the start, go again. Okay, good. So last one in this 5 is an A stretch. So we're going to get into somewhat of a golf posture. So hips back, little bend in the knees, okay? Right hand onto the left knee, okay? This is just to keep the hips from turning too much when we open up. So we want this to really be focusing on the upper back, T-spine, trunk, rather than allowing the hips to move too much. So open up, okay? Follow your hand with your eyes, back down, go again. And it's a nice controlled movement, not going too quickly. If you need to, you can have a little bit of movement in the hips, but we really don't want to be moving into a sort of full back swing position. We're focusing on T-spine, so holding right hand, left knee, left hand pointing up behind you. Again, you might only get to here, absolutely fine to begin with. Let's get a couple more this side. Breathing out, reaching up. Okay, other side. So, reset, good posture, hips back, nice straight back posture, okay, throughout. Hand up, breathe out, back down, repeat. So as much as you're focusing on the hand pointing up towards the ceiling, this shoulder here should be then under your chin, similar to in the golf swing. Obviously, we're allowed a bit more freedom of movement with our neck, with our head in this stretch. Like I said, focusing on just the thoracic spine. Let's get a couple more this side. Okay, good. So, second round, starting again. Let's see how well we do this time. So, cat dog to begin with, knees below hips, hands below shoulders, pushing your back up, tuck your chin in, arching and looking up. So this one, nice and controlled movement. From one position to the other. Don't worry if you're not getting much movement to begin with. It is also that sort of brain movement connection. Okay, popping onto our side, let's go for open books. So, knees up nice and high, hands on top, open up, breathe out, relax down, and come back up. Same again, relax, breathe out, aim in to keep the knees still, and get that shoulder or hand down towards the ground behind you. Let's get a couple more this side. You might feel this second round maybe a little bit easier. Breathe out, last one. Okay. And popping onto the other side. So, other side, knees up, in line with the hips, hands on top of each other. Okay, open up, relax, breathe out. You might also find that one side is easier than the other, which is normal. Particularly for golfers, you might find your backswing side you're a little bit better at. Got a little bit more rotation. If you're having trouble keeping these knees down, you can always put a ball or a pillow or anything you've got under this top knee to kind of give you an idea of pressing down on something to keep the knees in place. Otherwise, if there's a tiny bit of movement, not to worry to begin with. Okay, so quadruped rotations next. So same position, knees below hips, hands below shoulders. One hand on the back of the head, elbow down, flexing forwards, extending upwards. Okay, shoulders back at the top. Breathe out. Making sure not moving the hips, okay, to allow sort of cheating movement. And if you struggle getting any movement with the hand on the back of the head, then out to the side, just focusing on shoulders, open up the chest, open up the shoulders. Okay, let's get a couple more this side. Okay, so swap inside. Same reset, good start position, hand behind the head, elbow down, elbow up, shoulders back, back down under control. It's just nice controlled movement, breathing out. Okay, standing up for the last two. So we did lateral trunk flexions, so feet nice and wide apart, okay, widen the shoulder width to help any sort of unwanted movement around the hips. Let's go, so one hand on the hip, over the top, breathe out. Reaching, really pushing, almost pushing away with the hand, feeling it all the way down the side. Let's get one more this side. Pushing over the top. Okay, good. Swapping sides, straighten to the side. Reaching, pushing away. Good, last couple of these. Okay, last up was an A stretch. So, somewhat of golf posture, hips back, a little bit on the knees. So, left hand on right knee, reaching up, can turn your head to follow your hand with your eyes. Okay, back down under control, and repeat. And if it helps, focusing on getting this shoulder down underneath your chin, if that also helps you. So breathe out, pointing upwards, back down under control. We're a couple more, this side. Okay, other side. So, hips back, a little bit in the knees, right hand on left knee, turning to the left. Just nice controlled movement. Try not to let the hips move too much. Let's get just a couple more this side to finish with. Okay, thanks very much guys. Hope you enjoyed the short workout.